Howdy everyone, welcome to another live stream. Yes, another live stream in one day. Wow, that's pretty cool. Now, I ended the first one pretty quickly because for some reason I had to verify if it was my account, even though it obviously was. It's pretty cool. Now, I ended the first one pretty quickly because for some reason I had to. Okay, I'll speak a bit better. Okay, so I had to verify myself. Yes, I don't even know why I had to verify myself. Because I've always used that specific shortcut. I've always used that shortcut to jump to my YouTube studio, but for some reason today I had to sign in, or not sign in, verify basically. It took a long process, not super long, but I had to use my mini tab. I had to enter a couple of numbers and stuff and all that type of stuff. It was kind of annoying, you know. It was kind of annoying, but of course it's done. I'm verified again. I don't even know why. Uh, I don't know why such extra security measures. I don't get it. I really don't. But anyways, I hope you all had a fantastic uh Monday, because today is Tuesday and today is just almost the afternoon. It's almost 11 a.m. My bad. But of course, it's time to check up the old Babylon Bee. I don't want to talk too much about politics, but Babylon Bee has been censored on social media, on Twitter basically, because they call the man a man. It's kind of crazy how you're not allowed to do that. Now, I want to talk about something else, but I don't want to make it a big discussion, you know? It's a big thing happening right now, controversy with Dave Rubin. I don't know if I'll chat about that, but obviously, let's just see what I can talk about that. I might not. I might talk about that. Let's just say. But as I was saying, Babylon B, Babylon B has been censored on Twitter because how dare you call a man a man? Okay, why is there only one? Never mind. Okay, Twitter told Babylon B into fiery furnace after refusal to worship pride flag. I love the image. I love the Photoshop. I love it. Okay, I like how they just getting so angry at Twitter. Okay, I love it. Using one of their co-hosts on the profile. I mean, on the picture. Okay, Babylon. According to the sources, not yet thrown into the fiery furnace, the Babylon Bee was taken by Twitter and a fiery furnace. Furnace, not furnace. Furnace. After refusing to worship the massive gold-trimmed pride flag erected by the great queen Nubjakiniza, they them. All of the Twitter users have been informed of the terms and conditions that clearly allowed us to throw them into the furnace if they don't agree with our radical gender is, said the royal policy intern. Juniper. These names are getting really out of hand, okay? It sounds like a name I will make, okay, in my novels. In refusing to be an ally and bow down to the gorgeous, courageous flag, Babylon B getting tossed into the fiery furnace. Toodles. Okay, reports confirmed that Twitter was pretty wroth and full of fury at the Babylon Bee. Okay, so it's kind of crazy how this happened. But of course, what are you gonna do? You know, Twitter is gonna be Twitter. I'm glad they're not apologizing because they only said what Twitter said was delete your tweet and you can come back on. But what's the point? What's the point? People keep saying, "Oh, just delete it." It's freaking comedy. Okay, it was comedy. You know, I don't get why should they censor it. 10 classic books that would be banned on Twitter for hate speech today. Basically, you can make an entire list of books. You can make an entire list of books over 10. Okay, brought to you by the Tuttle Twins. Radicalize your child with freedom. 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 Okay. Little Women, a classic story should be banned for implying women are little. How dare they? Moby Dick. A man's obsession with a whale is depicted as a negative. You don't. You do you, Captain Ahab. It's almost as offensive as Queeg not coming out of the closet. His name is close to queer, but they never outright say it. Sad. Human reproductive biology, fourth edition. Can you believe it took 4 editions and they still didn't filter out the hate? Dang, that is very painful to look at. But this is how we all looked when we were in the womb. By the way, this is how we all looked. We had eyes. We had the face and stuff like that. Uh, okay. A similar problem to Little Woman now perpetuates white privilege. Disgusting. A Little Princess. Nancy Drew and the case of the missing laptop. Maybe in a year when the New York Times make sure the coast is clear. Nancy Pelosi and Biden's missing laptop. The Bernstein bears, he bear and she bear. I don't even have to explain this one. Take your oppressive gender binary somewhere else. Bernstein bears. Wow. He bear, she bear. It is Mayim. Where's the Mayim bear? I want the Mayim bear, okay? How to avoid huge ships. Fatphobic against majestic huge ships. Is that even a book? Identifying wood. Wood must self-identify. You cannot assume. I'm not going to be surprised when people start saying wood can be anything. War and Peace, written by a Russian. Leo Tolstoy has not yet condemned the actions of Vladimir Putin. The Tuttle Twins, where they began, these anti-socialism, pro-traditional value books should not be allowed anywhere. Okay, so this article is sponsored by the Tuttle Twins, basically talking about freedom and stuff like that. Okay. I'm a little white, very short and stout. Okay, how much do you squat? How much do I squat? What does that mean? Well, okay, how much do I squat? Okay. I barely squat sometimes, I was thinking of squatting today. I was thinking of squatting, but of course, just before the stream began, I was thinking of it. But of course, yeah, I have no time to. Sometimes I'm so busy. But I like to squat. But unfortunately, I'm not that thick, I'm pretty skinny. Unless I take estrogen, then I can actually grow that ass. Because currently my ass won't grow. It's not going to get bigger and bigger, unfortunately. So maybe if I take estrogen, it'll grow and grow and grow. Okay, the next article. Okay, click here for an update number of Epstein Island pedophiles that have been arrested. You mean suicided? Okay, I don't know if I can read this article. YouTube might be so touchy about this too. But of course, I'm sure all of them got suicided. Possibly. Hopefully. Okay. But yeah, when it comes to squatting, I don't really squat that much. But even if I did all the time, not much is changing because, I'm not that sick. Maybe when I get estrogen, obviously I'll do a lot of exercises just to put that meat where it belongs. Okay. I don't know if I can even show this article. I know it's a gag article. The official. Oh, okay. My bad. I thought actually a lot of people were arrested. My bad. No one was arrested. I thought this was gonna be a very big list. Okay. The official Jeffrey Epstein PP arrest counter 0. 0 has been arrested. Wow. 0 has been arrested. Dang. Okay. For a second, I thought there was at least one person. I mean, you always hear people talking about it all the time. It takes time. You can do it. Thank you so much. I should try more often, but still, I'm still skinny. It'll be hard to make that butt really big. It'll be very hard. Unless I'm on hormones. Once I'm on hormones, I'll be totally fine. I will do a lot of squats, a lot of exercises, get my legs really big. Uh, but the most important part is my legs and my ass. Get that really big. You know, I can have a flat stomach. Bowing to gay agenda, Disney adds statue of Walt and Mickey holding hands in front of a pink castle. Wasn't that a statue already? Okay. Concern grows over Trump's out after he goes 10 minutes without sending supporters. Okay. Uh, soft on sex crime. Okay, I can't read this as well. Like, as much as I want to read it, I don't know if YouTube will be totally fine with that, you know? It's hard to read stuff like this anymore, even if it's just satire. You know, anything with sex now or stuff like this, it's kind of hard to read it. It's really difficult, you know? Because you don't know if YouTube will take it out. Okay. Babylon Bee writers struggle to come up with new material after Twitter bans one of their two jokes. Okay, that's hilarious. You know, they make fun of themselves. Uh, so yeah, I'm kind of surprised how today is a very nice day. There's no cloud in the sky. Okay, maybe a couple of clouds, maybe a couple of clouds, but uh, you know, it's pretty beautiful. I can see a bright blue sky. It's nice and warm, not super hot. It is autumn, so obviously the weather is changing a bit. Uh, but soon it's gonna be winter, and I hate winter. You know, I know every season is needed, but I personally do not like winter. It always rains, obviously. I don't live where it snows, so what I get instead is rain, lots of rain, no clear skies, and just everything feels so stuffy for some reason. Everything feels so dark and sad. You know, everything is so cold as well. You know, not even one duvet can keep you warm. A lot of duvets is needed just to keep you warm. Okay, I love how they use their own images just to um mock themselves. Okay, but anyways, yeah, it's soon going to be winter. I think around June it starts. I'm not sure. Wait, I think no. Wait, December, January, February was summer. March, April, May is autumn. June, July, August, winter. September, October, November. Okay, spring. Okay. For a second, I do get confused, you know, because it's kind of hard to keep up with all the seasons and stuff like that. In school, it was very easy because every time it was mentioned right in front of our faces. Uh, okay, a lot of political stuff. Uh, okay. Oh, this is an article I wanted to read. I wanted to read this article immediately. They posted it like a couple days ago, like so long ago. I saw it on YouTube. They sent a link to it, and I wanted to read this. I really wanted to read this article. As soon as I saw the headline, I was like, yes, I want to read this article. Basically, it makes fun of people like me, you know, people like me. It just makes fun of us. So, wokeness strikes again. Nintendo just confirmed that Breath of the Wild 2 Zelda will be a girl. It's funny because it makes fun of us, you know? It makes fun of me. Here we go again. We all thought Nintendo was safe from the wokeness going around, but no longer. In Nintendo Direct presentation today, the company confirmed that Breath of the Wild Zelda will be a girl. So ridiculous, but that's just the clown world we're living in. They're coming for all our strong male heroes. Oh my goodness, this is so hilarious. This is so hilarious. I can't just write a strong female character instead of turning all our favorite male heroes women. This is so hilarious. Oh my goodness. Every boy grew up wanting to be Zelda. To take hold of the Master Sword, don his green cap and boots, and go off in the battle against Ganon and save the princess. No, boys don't have that hero to look up to anymore. Because woke Nintendo is gender swapping him into a girl. It doesn't even make sense. Girls don't even have the upper body strength to to break into a stranger's homes and break all their pots. Uh, you think this is bad? Well, at the end of the presentation, they also announced Seamus Aran will be rebooted as a chick in Metroid Prime 4. I'm done with Nintendo, and you should too. Enough's enough. It's funny because it makes fun of people like me, you know. Okay. But yeah, okay. Now, I was gonna dress up for this video. I was gonna dress up, but of course, I don't know. By the way, I also baked muffins earlier on. The muffins do not come out so perfect because we don't use eggs in my muffins, so it's not gonna be so perfect, not gonna be so soft. Uh, so my muffins are very lumpy. You can see it very lumpy. Uh, and of course, it's very oily. We added like 160 mLs of oil, which the recipe required. So yeah, we used muffin mix, by the way, just regular old muffin mix. I mean, we can bake from scratch, but to be fair, I never done that before. I've always used baking mix to always uh, bake something, anything, be it muffins or whatever. I've always used baking mix. Even when it came to baking pies, we always used pre-made dough. Well, I always used. I guess I'm kind of a lazy baker. Maybe next time I'll get some like a day off or so, and I'll just sit and bake from scratch instead of baking from mixtures. To be fair, mixtures are cool, but at the same time, it's like I can just buy. Well, I can make my own stuff and start from scratch. It'll be much better, possibly. Okay, so it is almost 10 past 11. That's so pretty early. I thought it's like 12 by now, you know, because I was baking for some time, but obviously it was pretty quick. You just add a couple of ingredients, just oil and the milk and the powder, and you're good to go. Shove that greasy pig in the oven and it's done, basically. It was pretty good to make to bake again, but I still wish I can bake from scratch instead of baking with mixtures because I feel like I had extra time, so I could have baked from scratch. Okay. Anything else to check? Okay. Let's check this stuff. Let's check any news, okay? So in this live stream, I want to talk more about myself, to be fair. I want to talk more about myself, more about my future projects coming on, because I just like talking about that. I don't want to talk about politics every time. What I've noticed is that my live streams have always been me reporting on the news. It's okay, I guess, but it's not what the channel is about, so let's just make things more about myself, okay? Uh, okay. So, uh, you know, here we are. Not much news, let's just say. Okay, not much. Maybe in a couple months, maybe next month, event, maybe an hour event where they discuss different stuff. I am really looking forward to Sunbreak. I am really looking forward to this game. Obviously, it's an expansion. Basically, you need to have this game, which is Rise. I already have Rise. I love Rise, but I want this expansion as well. You know. Now there is a uh, collector's edition, which I want. I really want the collector's edition because one, it's it's a rare item to collect. I have the Rise collector's edition. Hold on, let me show you it. Uh, let me show you it. If you have not seen it before, hey, okay. So Now, I don't think you can see it so crystal clear because of the camera quality, but this is a collector's edition for Monster Hunter Rise. It is pretty cool. Um, okay, let me show you what's inside. I've opened it so many times, okay? Smells, it smells just like new. So, yeah. Okay. So, um, we have, oh, by the way, when I pre-ordered it, uh, it came with a keyring and this, a lenticular card. I don't think you can see it moving, but it's one of those cards that move. It came with that for pre-order bonuses. I'm glad they gave that because it's pretty cool. All right then. So we have stickers. We have stickers. Okay, 10 stickers. They're pretty good. I never take them out. I never stuck them on anything. I do worry what if they become unstickable in the future, but to be fair, they are collector's items, you know? Is the camera even on? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if the camera is jittering. I'm so sorry about that. Let me show it to you guys and gals again. Let me just leave it here for a while. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because my camera does have issues. My camera does have a lot of issues, which is very unfortunate, you know. But see, as you can see, the camera is getting stuck. I don't understand why is it getting stuck, you know, which I'm very sorry for. But basically, next to me, I have a box of my collector's edition for Monster Hunter Rise. It sucks that I can't show you it because of my webcam. Know, like on OBS, it looks perfect. On OBS, it looks perfect. Okay, it looks very perfect. Maybe I have to reduce the size. Maybe then it'll work better. But let's just see if this works. Let's just see if the magic works. Okay. Uh, okay. Let's see if it works. Now once again, my setup is not so perfect, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, you can see it. You can see the thing. It's just maybe my audio is laid back, I guess. I don't know. But still. Anyways, it came with a lot of stuff and the game itself. It came with a deluxe edition of the game, which was pretty cool. Alright then. There is a collector's edition for Sunbreak, which comes with stickers. It comes with a pin. It comes with a what do you call it? Obviously the game, but uh, it also comes with this. It comes with amiibo. It comes with a steel book. A steel book. Now I love steel books. Okay, I love it. Stickers, steel book, game with a deluxe kit. You know, plus two pre-order bonuses. Uh, and plus a code, a pre-order bonus code. Well, I assume there's gonna be two pre-order bonuses because I'm just assuming. I don't think they might be, but maybe not, depending on the same behavior from what they did with Rise. Okay, I'm gonna close that for now because it's not moving. It's not moving. I'm sorry. Okay, let me just close this. Okay, here I am. Regular screen. So I will try my best to save for this. I really want to buy certain things, but I'm not going to. I'm going to save up my money, buy the collector's edition. The collector's editions are really expensive, you know, so I'm just pointing out, it's okay. I really want to get that collector's edition because it's so special, you know, not just for the stickers, but I just want it, you know. It's one of those things I just want. Okay. Uh, alright then. Okay. Uh, so I wanted to talk about myself. I want to talk about myself. I want to talk about my work, my future projects, because let's just talk about it, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. Should I change in front of you? I mean, not in front of you, but should I dress up and show you something? I would like to, but then again, you see, my webcam is not so perfect. It'll glitch so much. It'll glitch so much. I think it's kind of pointless, you know. I don't know what to do about that. I really don't know how to change the settings of that. To be fair, I don't know how to do that. But anyways, enough about that. Uh, okay. So when it comes to my future projects, obviously I promised two novels, a children's book and a horror book. Both books obviously going to have their own type of audience, you know. But obviously, those books are going to be digital. They're not going to be physical. Physical copies are very expensive to print. Even 100 is expensive to print out. I rather not do that. I rather print something else. In fact, I rather not print anything right now. You know, it costs a lot of money just to print a couple of books. And since I'm doing it on my own, since I'm actually making the books on my own, and I'm selling it on my own, it'll be very difficult for me to make that money back. So, yeah, that sucks. That really does suck. But of course, uh, thank goodness for digital. So I'll sell my books digital for now until I find another way to sell it physical. But of course, that's totally fine. You can still enjoy it digitally. You can just get a PDF file or a PDF reader, whatever you call them, an ebook reader or whatever it's called. You can get one of those. I'm sure almost every phone, every tablet, every device has one of those. I'm sure for a laptop you have to download one, but other than that, you can read it anywhere, you know. Now I have chosen a perfect price, 7.99 or maybe 6.99. I don't want to overcharge for my first books, so that's an important thing to point out. I don't want to overcharge anything. Anyways, when it comes to my children's book, I'm thinking of simplifying it just a bit more. To be fair, I wanted it to be a really big thing, but I feel like making it too big will be a problem, so might as well just shorten it up a bit, make it a bit more short, add more pictures to it, make it a bit more fun. I would like that. I would really like that. Okay? I would really like that. So yes, uh, I feel like you know, when it comes to my horror book, it is going to be really long and it's going to be filled with words. You will barely find a picture in it. Unless it's important, you'll find a picture in it. Because it's a book for adults. There's no need to put pictures, a lot of pictures in it. I'll be more descriptive in that than I am on my children's book. I'll be very descriptive on the horror book, just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. You know, Pictures are perfect, but obviously when it comes to the children's book, it has to be colored. It has to be basically uh beautiful. It has to be pretty, and you have to have a lot of it because it's a children's book. You know, when it comes to my horror book, I don't have to put too much drawings in it. There's no need for that. There is really no need for that whatsoever. All right then. Hmm. I really don't know what to do right now. But yes, after those two novels come out, I will work on a different book as well. I will keep working on different things. When it comes to Project Poison, what is Project Poison? I've discussed this on my community tab, and I've also made a separate live stream on that. You can watch it up. It's basically me discussing rewriting. So you can check it out. It's available. You can even read the post. It's out on my community tab. Anyways, now Project Poison. It's just a code name for the actual idea I have. I've been working on it since 2014. Since 2014. Since a kid, I've been working on this idea and I still want it to flourish. So, how do I do it? I have to have another rewrite session. I will be doing my rewriting in the background because I've always worked on this series in the background. I've always worked on it on the background. So, it's very important for me to continue to work on it in the background until it's perfect. Until it's perfect. Now, there'll never be a perfection for certain people, but if I enjoy it, then I know it's going to be perfect, okay? Anyways, I have to work on that in the background. So, yes, little by little, we'll work on that and we'll see how far we can go. Over the years, I've had plenty of concepts for Project Poison. So much of concepts. And every concept, there was so much of perfect things, and there were some terrible things. So I just take the perfect things and I roll with it. And certain things, I just throw it away, or I kind of recycle them. Recycling meaning that I can use it for a different story instead, because they seem perfect concepts, maybe not super perfect, but they seem like it can be used in some other way, maybe a different series, maybe a different story instead. I would like to recycle the stories instead of thinking from a brand new story sometimes. So if I work on Project Poison and I have a lot of excess stories, I can clean that up and give it to a different character from a different story, and let's roll with that instead. Because you need to be on. You need. I need to be honest over here. You know, writing stories. Yes, it's fun, but at the same time, it's pretty difficult. And I don't want to waste stuff. I know I'm a big waster when it comes to eating food. I try not to waste too much. I'm trying not to waste too much. But when it comes to telling stories, anytime I have so much of these concepts, and if I don't like them, sure, it's not perfect or it doesn't fit anything that I'm currently working on. What I can do is take that concepts, put it aside, and give it for a different character, give it for a different story instead, because that'll be much better. I'll have more stories to tell, and it'll be perfect. Just because it doesn't fit one story doesn't mean it won't fit a different story, you know? Um, so I think recycling is the best way to do when it comes to storytelling. Recycling is always the best. Okay, can you give me a minute? I'll change and come back. So hold on a minute. I don't know what to change into. I really don't know what to change into. Hello, hi. So yeah, as I was saying, uh, I have Project Poison to work in the background, my two novels to work in front. Basically, I'll be working on that for some time. I'll get it done quickly as possible, and then I'll work on other stories as well. I wanted to make a lot of comics. Unfortunately, I can't give physical copies right now. Physical copies cost a lot of money. I'm not working for a different company. I'm working on my own company, basically, meaning um, that my company is not controlled by a parent company. My company is on its own. My company has a mind of its own, basically. Uh, so that's something very important. We don't work with other companies. Well, we're not bought off by other companies. We're gonna work on our own. So that's the most important part. And it costs money, a lot of money, to just print those physical books out. And it's gonna cost a lot. I'm not saying I won't do it in the future. I'm saying maybe sometime I'll do it, but it won't be so much books. Maybe I'll make uh collector's edition books instead, because physical copies cost a lot of money. A couple of days ago, I did a live stream where I was showing you the prices of making physical copies, and it was expensive for 40 pages for just a regular book, black and white. It costed me so much money. It cost me so much money just to pay for that. I think that'll be really insane. But maybe one day in the future we'll have a proper idea on how to get things done. Because I would like to sell physical copies. I would really love to. But I can't do it right now. I really can't. I just can't. It's gonna be impossible. Okay, I will be right back. I have to change. I'm gonna change into something very naughty. Maybe I should. Maybe I should not. I don't know. maybe later. We still have plenty of time to go. So, yes. Now, when it comes to Flowers Are the Beauty, a game I promised since 2019. Okay, I promised the game since 2019. Okay, where are we? Here we go. I promised this game since 2019. It's been past couple of years, and I think it's time to deliver the game. Okay, sure, it won't be how I wanted it to be. You know, there were different times where I had different concepts. Obviously, I don't want to make it too complicated. There's nothing wrong with complications, but there's a big problem when you take something that should not be complicated and make it complicated. It's a big problem. So, Flowers Are the Beauty, a game I promised since 2019. Obviously, I've been thinking of new ideas and new concepts, new characters, but I finally got it right. There's no need for me to complicate it. It will come out by the end of this year. I want to get that out quickly as possible. I promised it for so long. I've been sitting on this idea for so long. So I think it's time to get it out, to get it out to the public. The public needs to see um, Flowers Are the Beauty. They need to see what I've been thinking of for the past few years. Flowers Are the Beauty has been a concept since 2019. I remember those days when I would sit around nighttime. I would, listen to subliminals, and I would work. I would just work. Where I'm sitting right now, obviously with a different chair, I would sit and type, work on different visual novels, drink water, listen to subliminals on my headphones and work. I would work for 3 to 4 hours, sometimes even two, you know. But still, I try to get as much done. But unfortunately, time just went past, and I kind of left it for a little while because I said to myself, hey, you know what? I can't work with this right now. Let's just give it a break. We'll come back with it some other time. And I think it's some other time right now, so it's best to make it now. Flowers Are the Beauty is going to be a free visual novel. Don't expect it to be a paid thing. Maybe its prequel will obviously be a paid for thing, but everything else when it comes to Flowers Are the Beauty is going to be free. Okay? Now, I've made a lot of videos talking about this in the past. But anyways, as you can see, we have a lot of videos to talk about. Now, when it comes to my main content, I don't want to do live streams forever. There's nothing wrong with it, obviously. It's just that I've always had a mixture of content to post about, mostly about myself. And when it comes to these like live streams, I've noticed that I'm only getting angry. I'm only talking politics and stuff. I don't want that. I really fun, obviously. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Okay. So I really want to make more videos discussing different things, different topics. Let's just see how that goes. I really miss 2019, the good old days. I think we all miss the good old days. I really miss the good days. I really do. Everything was perfect, you know. Before the fall of the storm, basically, the eye of the storm, 2019 was pretty good, pretty good. It felt amazing. The year was a very strange year because I barely did a thing. All I remember in 2019 was working on visual novels, listening to subliminals, um, watching a lot of content midday, watching a lot of premiering videos, chatting to a lot of people, and that's it. That's literally it. That's literally all I remember. 2019 was such a strange year. I wish I could have it again because it was so quiet. It was so quiet. I love that year because it was so quiet. I would always call it the quiet year because it's so peaceful. It was perfect. 2020 came like a painful year. 2021 wasn't that much of a bad year, but of course, you know, like it did have annoyances all over. And now we're in 2022. The year has barely started, obviously, so we don't really know what's to come. But I want it to be peaceful. I always want the years to be peaceful. No matter what happens, I want it to be peaceful. Just like 2019. It's gonna be impossible to copy the same year, but hey, I'll do it. I will do it. I had a lot of different ideas. For example, buying land to build a studio. Personally, I think I got over my head with some of these ideas. I went way over my head for some of these ideas, okay? The crazy things I'll say a couple years ago because I thought it'll happen. And you give these ideas a bit more thought. Like, why would I want to land in a different place and build a studio? I don't want that, unfortunately. Like, it sounds great, but I don't want that, to be fair. I want to work at home. It's fun to work from where I am. You don't have to leave, you don't have to do anything, you just sit and do nothing. Well, you do work basically. Estrogen cream. I was going to buy estrogen cream and rub all over myself because they sell this certain cream that's for women. They sell this cream that's basically if men use it, they'll get boobs. So basically, I thought to myself, hey, maybe I'll use this instead. Or was there a different cream I'm talking about in that video? I don't recall. But anyways,